those selectable missions to your iDroid. They're all jobs that only you can handle.
Side ops list updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Boss, come on back to base.
Okay. I mean, I was going to go back to base next anyways, because I just did one of the extract the wandering Mother Base soldier. Anyway, welcome back to Let's Play Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, everybody. Last episode seemed very finale-ish, even though obviously that wasn't the real end. Now that we are in the chapter that is known as 2, let's see what kind of new things are going to go down story-wise. Now, I was told, probably wisely, that I should record at all times now that I play this. Now, when I'm playing this game, because like what just happened, a cutscene can kick in at any time. So I gotta be careful with it. I was totally expecting one to happen after the first one we did. So let's see what happens here. Get the fuck off my screen, Stinky Raider. No one cares about your party. Eli, what the fuck do you want? Okay. Just came to stare at me real hard, or am I expected to follow him? Okay, maybe I'm expected to follow him. Well then. Follow him! Where'd you go, kid?
There's been an accident in the boys' quarters. A pile of steel pipes gave way and crushed one of the kids.
What?
A boy named Ralph. They tell me he died instantly. I'm sorry, boss. It's my fault. I should have been keeping an eye on them.
That's effed up, man.
I'll let you know if we learn something.
I wonder who might have been behind an accidental pipe fallage. Are we supposed to follow him?
Welcome back.
Are we supposed to do something? What did we come back here for? I don't understand what we came back here for. Big Boss is watching you. Gotta love that poster. A nice little Big Brother is watching you fucking propaganda. What am I doing? The boys' cabin probably isn't even on this platform for all I know. Anyway, we came back here for one we were gonna come back here anyways. I was actually gonna start the episode by talking to pause, but we had to press pause on that for this little bit of a cutscene. I don't know if there was a cutscene there. I mean, was that considered a cutscene? I guess it was. I don't know. I feel like it would tell me if it was, or like, you know, something else. Basically, Kaz would have told us to check something out if that was the case. He didn't tell us to check shit out other than, I'll look into this kill of the kid. And you know what that sounds like to me? Remember the fucking slow-ass pacing with Zadornov in the Peace Walker game? Where it was like, Zadornov's not doing too well. Zadornov's sitting in there doing his cell. Zadornov's might escape. Hey, Zadornov escaped. It was kind of like one of those things. I feel like we might have something like that on our hands here with Eli. We're going to get little bits and pieces as we go with Eli. Like this first thing is we stared us down, and then we hear about this boy being dead. Next step is, oh, more boys are dying. Next step is soldiers are dying. Third step is, oh, Eli's gone. Oh, fifth step is Eli stole some shit. You know, it's going to be all sorts of bullshit like that. I can feel it already. Eli, man, he's going to be the bane of our existence. Motherfucking Liquid over here. He's going to ruin everything. Anyway, since we just extracted a new soldier, we got a new picture we can show pause. I didn't look and see what picture it was, but at the very least we can give it to her. And she can reminisce. What you think of that one, baby? Gallo Pinto.
Amanda and I taught Cecile how to make it.
Well, isn't that cool? Oh, so it was when you were
So
cooking.
fast. I was really surprised.
Were you?
I guess Parisians have cooking in the blood. Are Cecile and Amanda doing okay? I wonder why they haven't visited.
I'm not entirely sure.
I
I think Amanda's fine, but I'm not sure about Cecile. Did we send her back to France or something? I don't even. Did we get a closure on what happened to Cecile? I forgot, man. I'm sure it was brought up at some point, whether it was at the end of Peace Walker or the beginning of this game or in Ground Zeroes or something. But I forgot. It's not like it's a big deal. She wasn't majorly important. She was just a franche, sexy-voiced girl, that's all. Anyway, we got a bunch of cassette tapes to listen to. So I was thinking for these early episodes in this Chapter 2 section of the game, since it has the weird pacing when we don't know when storyline stuff's going to happen, I'd do a bunch of cassette tapes. So less me talking, more you listening to cassette tapes, because I have a shit ton of cassette tapes to listen to at this point, and I would like to start knocking some of them out. We're never going to get them all in one episode, obviously, unless I literally just do a episode where we listen to them and nothing else, but I would rather not do that. Instead, we're going to go do a mission. Now, another thing that has been mentioned to me, that in the missions, if you look, and I noticed this last episode, obviously, there are ones that are marked Subsistence and Extreme. These are apparently rehashes of old missions that we've already done. I guess if I look at the name of them and then look at the real one, yeah, see here's C2W, back up, back down. Okay, so those are old missions, but they're like different versions of them, harder things, I don't know. Anyway, looks like there's only one actual story mission we can do. Should I do it today? I guess since numerical-wise it actually is the next mission on the list, I think I will go ahead and do the next main mission. But if it turns out to just be some generic-ass type of mission, I'm going to throw some cassette tapes on while I do it. If not, then we'll do it normal, like I do every story mission. Something tells me the story's going to get driven by time progress, amount of missions finished. Kind of sort of like how it was in Peace Walker, where you had to do a couple missions before the Zadornov stuff would progress. It's going to be similar to that, which means, as already been told to me, I should probably record at all times. Although if I never, I don't know, if it brings me back to Mother Base without me being able to say no like it did with this one, then I probably won't have a choice other than to progress the story. But if it doesn't progress until I come back to Mother Base, then I can do as many side missions as I want before the next cutscene pops up, I'm sure. We'll see how it goes, though. If it automatically brings me back to Mother Base all the time, then obviously my plan to do a bunch of side ops all in a row without needing to record anything, probably not going to happen. We'll see. I got lots of side ops to do now. I was almost done doing all the ones I had available at the time. I knew a lot more would pop up once we got to some point in the game. I knew there had to be like a point in the game where more would pop up, and we have gotten to that point apparently. Alright, so I don't know where we need to go, but this is the closest spot. Alright. Alright. And I am going to bring the dog. I don't know, I like the dog the best, I think. I know Quiet can provide cover, and she's badass and everything. But I like the dog. He marks everybody on my map. I don't really need help fighting most of the time. In fact, I think she only really, truly helped me in one mission where I really needed her. Sure, she was helpful in a few missions, but one mission where I genuinely needed her because I was underprepared was the one where I had to fight those skulls. And, yeah, when I had to get that truck, and they were the skulls inside the truck. Yeah, she was very helpful on that one. So I was glad to have her there. Anyway, this is episode 32, To Know Too Much. To Know Too Much.
Find and extract the missing CIA.
CIA.
The target was laying low with the friendly Mujahideen during the vocal cord parasites incident.
Mujahideen?
The man headed back to OKB-0 after the Soviets recaptured it.
Alrighty then.
Check the target's VI on your iDroid.
Alright. Let's go and extract some dude that needs to be extracted. And if it's far away or Miller doesn't want to talk too much, then we'll listen to some cassette tapes. We're actually about a pretty decent length away. We gotta go about 1,000 meters. I think we can knock out a cassette tape on the way there. At least one, I'm sure. Especially since I don't have my Haas, I can run there. Yeah, there's one benefit to not having the car or a horse. We can use this time to listen to cassette tapes. The time it takes to get from point A to point 1,090 meters away. Alright, so what are we listening to first? Should we just go with the vocal cord parasites because I'm a little bit behind? Let's do it.
About the pathogen spreading through Mother Base. You've seen everything we've got on the outbreak. What's your opinion?
Textbook symptoms of vocal cord parasite infestation. And judging from this casualty list, it is the Kikongo strain, meaning a breed of parasite that triggers symptoms upon detecting pronunciation specific to Kikongo.
So our Kikongo-speaking staff are at risk.
Quite so.
That is not new news to us. We've already learned this
All the
before.
victims do speak Kikongo.
So they can survive if they just use another language.
There is no guarantee. You're only dealing with the Kikongo strain. Other language strains may be present. You well know he was teaching them languages from all over the world.
The Devil's House. Nzoya Badia Bulu.
There is no way to know how many strains he has at his disposal.
So how do we keep them from becoming symptomatic? You mentioned using microbes.
Use this. A type of Wolbachia. Introduced to a sample of the parasite.
Wolbachia.
A parasitic bacteria that colonizes the parasites, turning male to female and preventing copulation. We must cultivate more. What have you done with the infected bodies?
Cremated to stop the spread of infection. But we did keep a few for study.
Good. Take this sample, grind it to a pulp, and introduce it to the larvae now nesting in the dead. The Wolbachia will multiply rapidly within those larvae.
They're soldiers, not some petri dish.
Conventional cultivation methods will take too long. Extract the Wolbachia from those larvae and vaccinate your men. Kikongo speakers first. This is the fastest, surest way. No one is to speak a word of Kikongo until the Wolbachia are safely inside them. I will instruct your medical staff in detail on site. You have the appropriate facilities.
Yes, but
Do not worry.
Complete.
I made a pact with your bit de Holone on the honor of the Dene. I speak no lies.
keep an eye on him.
Will do. Follow me. I'll take you.
Now, we must
How the
wait
fuck did
for
that
the
guy even see
Wolbachia
me?
to multiply in the larvae.
How is the disease transmitted? It's carried by insects or rodents, then.
There is no intermediate host.
So,
The vocal cord parasites lay their eggs in the larynx of the host. Most
Holy shit. I fucked that up, my bad, guys. I didn't think he was gonna spot me through the fucking sandstorm. Damn it. Fuck. Alright. Well, it'll give us more time to listen to another tape. I know we started listening to that one. We'll start from that point.
You need to extract the target.
Yeah, I know.
alive. He might be
We'll
able to
start
tell
the
us
tape
what went on at OK
that we
Reserve.
left off on there. Yeah, see. We'll just go back to this one.
now, we must
Try that
wait for
again
the
without
Wolbachia
fucking
to
it up.
multiply in the larvae.
how is the disease transmitted? It's carried by insects or rodents, then.
There is no intermediate host.
So,
The vocal cord parasites lay their eggs in the larynx of the host. Most hatch and migrate to the lungs, but some are transported to the mouth through ciliary movement, mixing in with saliva.
Saliva. Droplet transmission.
sneezing, coughing. Any food or water containing infected saliva. It would spread fast.
Indeed. And when the larvae migrate to the lungs, symptoms can resemble the early stages of a cold, making it easy to infect others.
Meaning a simple conversation would be enough to pass it on.
Alright, so what happens after the larvae migrate to the lungs?
It is as I said before. They mature by feeding on alveolar tissue. It is only then that noticeable symptoms appear in the host.
By that point, it's too late. He's infected everyone else. It's one hell of a weapon you've created.
That is what Blag Anna wanted. Something that would spread easily.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Truth. He's not the reason. But we will discuss that another time.
The map has been updated.
The Wolbachia have multiplied. We're preparing to extract them and begin vaccinating. But is this really the only way? Sure, it'll prevent infection, but the cost?
You would rather remove the vocal cords?
No. Tactical communication's the linchpin of what we do.
What if we were to
You gotta extract him.
Insufficient. First, there's no guarantee that only the Kikongo strain is here. Second, there is the matter of how the parasites
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
before they can copulate, they must be exposed to the pronunciation of a specific language for a period of time, like a container filling with water. But the duration between when the container is full and when the copulation actually begins varies from case to case. In other words, even if the infected stop speaking as a countermeasure, it may already be too late. The only true solution is to prevent copulation through the Wolbachia, or by physically removing the affected tissue.
Do any antiparasitics work?
It sounds as though you have already tried.
Yeah. We tried every one there is, and nothing.
I have yet to find a medicine that can remove the parasites. At best, it temporarily covers their ears.
Why is that?
Extraction.
Because the
allowed
parasites
significant.
are companions to us. To remove them inevitably harms the host.
Companions.
More than you think. And this is why the human immune system cannot eliminate them.
Alright. Nice little breakdown of how the hell that all works in terms of the how the thing spread and how we tried to cure it. Now we're here at the mission point, which I'm glad we finished up those tapes pretty much just in time. I went ahead and walked slowly over here because I wanted to get over here in a reasonable amount of time. Fuck, man, he's surrounded by walkers. This is not going to be fun.
Analysis complete.
How am I going to deal with this?
Marker placed. Marker removed.
I'm not sure how I'm going to do this yet. Now I kind of wish I had what's her face? Kind of wish I had her now. Quiet, that's her name. Trying to lock on this guy, but it won't let me. Whatever.
Mention the palace. Probably Lamarchate Palace.
Uh-huh.
Security there will be tight. Think you can grab the target before he arrives?
I certainly hope so.
Predictive route to your iDroid.
Alright, let me see that predicted route. They're going to go right back the way they came, so I am probably going to have to deal with these guys. So here's how we're going to do this. Check it. I'm going to hit the front of that shit and hopefully he doesn't die. Damn it. Holy crap. That motherfucker was a lot bigger of an explosion than I remembered. Holy crap. Well then.
Boss,
Oops.
the target's
Not what I was going for. Just so you know. I did not remember that being that big of an explosion. Okay. That wasn't the wisest choice. Fair enough.
Boss,
Fair
we
enough.
need to extract the target alive.
Alright.
He might be able to tell us about what went on.
Kinda wish I had my sniper to trank the fool and then I would just rocket launch all those bitches as they come for me. And I probably will do something like that. But I'm probably gonna have to try and maybe pop that guy who's about to drive the car with a trank. Just pop him with a trank. Oh, you know what I'll do? Check it. Check it. Here we go. I got an even better idea. When the car gets there, you know my dog is a goddamn genius. So here's what we're gonna do.
Complete.
Should I let my dog? I'm thinking I'm gonna let the dog do it. You think the dog? I mean, I'm sure the dog can handle him.
Get him!
And in the meantime, I'm gonna fucking distract. Alright, check it. Here we go. You guys ready for this? Oh, I just killed my dog. Damn it. Whoops. Alright, so my plan to blow up everything, not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. I wanted it to work. I was trying to go for like a cool, clever way to do it, but I don't think it's gonna work. So, instead, we pop that fool the normal way. And we pop those fucking walkers as they come for us. Or, you know what? I got a better idea. Holy shit. The car's not there yet, right? Check it. Let's just get rid of the car before it gets there. I think that's probably a better idea. Yeah, that's actually a fantastic, much better idea. Let's see if we can get it, cut it off just in time. Here it comes. Ready? Hooah! Boom, shakalaka, bitch. See that shit? That was some fucking accurate fire. Yeah, that's right. Come get some, hoes. Oh, shit. You might want to actually pick up the right weapon. Thank you. There we go. Enemy attack. Here we go. Now we're talking. Boom, shakalaka. Yes. 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 Now we're talking. Yes. Oh, this is bad. Much better. Much better. We came with the right arsenal for this one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we did. Oh, fuck, I missed. That's alright. That's alright. It's just one. It's just one. Damn it. Fucking quit moving, sidestep and shit. You piece of shit. There it is. Alright. Now we switch. And you're dead. I don't care enough to make sure that these guys live. Boom. Clear. That's what you call clear, baby. That's what you call clear. Haha. Get wrecked, son. Get wrecked. Wrecked all their shits. Yo, bro, I got you. Stay on the ground, homie. I got you. Later, Frodo, Robin Hood, Green Arrow. Whatever. You look like Green Arrow. That's what you look like. All right, so that's the mission. Is that it? Or was there more to this mission? Nope, sounds like that's the rest of that mission. So let's whoa, wait, what? There's still a red dude on our map? Hold on. The map still has a red on it. Why does it still have red on it? Is one of these guys still alive on the ground? It doesn't matter. Let's just get on our chopper. Actually, you know what? Let's not even... What are we going to do? What is my next plan here? I'm not entirely sure what my next plan is. You know what? Let's go ahead and get out of the zone. Just get out of the zone normally. And then once we get out of the zone, what's the fastest way? The hot zone is just the little rectangle we're in. Because then if I'm near another side-op, what I'll do is I'll do right now as we listen to more cassette tapes. Because I kind of just want to listen to cassette tapes for the rest of this episode mostly. I'm sure we're going to unlock another main mission after this one's over. And there might even be a cutscene, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. But my plan is to just do a bunch of cassette tapes today. So for those of you who didn't want to hear a bunch of cassette tapes today, well, that's what we're doing. Not like there's really much else story stuff that I can plan out for the rest of this playthrough, so you have to bear with me for that in that regard. Alright, mission complete!
Mission complete, boss.
Aw, yeah. Wipe that bloody ass sweat off your brow, son.
Yes, mission complete. Boss,
Well,
was exceptional.
even though I blew up my dog last time, he still got full marks, or full level, so he didn't hate on me that much.
Boss, the target filled us in on what's been going on.
Oh yeah, what did Green Arrow tell you?
The Soviets, passing information to Langley, but got scared after learning XOF used the vocal cord parasites.
Uh-huh.
Then came feelings of guilt that his leak sent comrades to their deaths, and fear that America might deploy such a weapon itself. But in reality, XOF and Langley don't have a collaborative relationship, and Skullface was not working for America.
Uh-huh.
Still, I can't blame the man for being afraid.
Indeed, you cannot.
After laying low with the Mujahideen, he tried to cut his ties with the U.S. and return to the Soviet military. But along the way, someone came after him, and he was forced back into hiding.
Okay,
There have
then.
been remnants of XOF looking to silence him. And you know the rest. He doesn't seem to know much about the parasites, but nevertheless, it'd be too dangerous to hand him over to Langley or the Soviets. We'll keep him here as originally planned.
Well, alrighty then. You keep him there. Holy crap, I got way too many more of those. Man. My battle beer... What? My battle beer? My battle gear has been completed? Uh-oh. Wait. Dispatch missions? Does that mean I can't use it right... Like, I can't use it? You send it on dispatch missions? Not sure if I'm as big a fan of that as I thought I was going to be originally. It's still cool. Just can't control it myself, I don't think, unless... Ah, we're gonna go back to Mother Base now. Alright, fine. I'll go back to Mother Base, but only because you told me to. Mother Base, here we motherfucking come, Mother Base. Ah, man, I have so many tapes to listen to. I have such a backlog of them. I need to get them out the way, man. Out the way. Anyway, is he gonna rant and rave about how awesome his battle gear is, or what's gonna go on here? Dun 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 dun. 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 Why am I doing the Terminator theme? I have no fucking clue. Just because it's a machine made by a half man, half machine. I guess Huey's not really half machine. Still has his full body. He just got fake ass mechanical thingies to hold up his legs, like mechanical crutches almost. Anyway, check out my battle gear. Oh yeah. Gonna own hoes with my battle gear. It's got that rail gun. It's gonna own some hoes. It's gonna hover. What? You can't be hovering around and shit. Come on now. That ain't fair. You gonna hover and bust people up with your railgun? How fair is that? How fair is that? Did he take the railgun from the Philanthropist, or did he just build a new one? That's what I wonder. Those are the things that keep me up at night, making me think.
Approaching.
Anyway, here we are. Here we.
Battle gear is an armored weapon developed to take on hostile bipedal weapon systems. Unlike the Soviet-funded Walker gear, the battle gear still hasn't been properly field tested.
Okay,
I'd
then.
like to assign a combat unit to take it on dispatch missions, so that we can evaluate its capabilities and reliability.
Fair enough.
Assuming you've got no objections, give the order to dispatch the unit from your eyes.
Indeed I shall. In fact, let's do... Well, we gotta get out of here first, and then I will. Hell yeah, I will. You don't think I will, huh? You don't think I will? You think you think I'm scared to deploy the battle gear? I'm gonna try that. I wonder once they pass the test on the dispatch missions, then I'll be able to control it myself? Probably not, but one can hope.
To prove our suspicions about Emmerich.
Okay.
Central base camp in Afghanistan and recover that AI pod. It's
Okay.
time we purge Diamond Dogs of that traitorous parasite once and for all.
Ouch. They really... He still does not give one shit about Huey. He really wants to just get rid of his ass. I mean, understandably, don't get me wrong, but damn, bro. Damn. Wait, what is here? Why is it so yellow? Is there a... Ooh, is there a side op here? Hold on. There is. Oh, wait, what? It may... Oh, well. It's not that the side op is here. It just wants me to leave from here. I don't know, man. I'm not going to do that one right now. I'll do that one in the next episode. Well, I mean, yeah. I'll do it next time. Let's bring in the helicopter to pick my ass up,
Please
though.
select a landing zone.
Go ahead and pick me up. I'm not sure why the yellow spot is there. That's kind of weird. Anyway, where am I? I'm here.
Landing zone.
Alright.
Roger.
I'm not sure why the yellow spot is actually here. But whatever. I'm going to go... I want to at least knock out some more cassette tapes. So what I might do, depending on what's available, is go do some side ops on screen, because that's what I do. That's what I do. That's what I do. That's what I do. Now I'm thinking about some of these cassette tapes I may not even have to listen to for you guys. Some of them, like that one I just listened to about the spread of the disease and stuff, probably should have listened to that earlier, obviously, but because it was yellow, I feel the need to actually listen to it on screen. All the yellow ones should be listened to on screen just because they're main story things. So you never know what kind of conversation is going to go on. It might be funny, might be silly, might be awesome, might be informative. You should listen to all those on screen. But there are some that don't seem that as important. But, I mean, I listened to all the cassette tapes from Peace Walker on screen. I feel like I would do you a disservice to not just listen to all of them on screen. I mean, they're there. I can quantify how many there are and how many are left and do them whenever I find lulls in the gameplay, or at least in the dialogue going on. And I don't have shit else to talk about on my commentary, so why not listen to some cassette tapes? So I think we're going to do that for at least a few episodes just to catch up, because I'm like 20 tapes behind now, and I just picked up like fucking 6 more after that last mission, so that's ridiculous. Anyways, any new missions pop up after that one? Doesn't look like it.
Suspicions about Emmerich.
Yeah, side op about Emmerich.
Afghanistan and recover that AI pod. It's time we purge Diamond Dogs of that
Oh, I
traitorous
see, okay.
parasite once and for all.
Well, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Instead, we're gonna go. Oh yes, some other base soldiers there. Okay, let's go do this one.
Please
Perfect.
select a
I was just
landing
thinking,
zone to
if there's another mother base
Afghanistan.
soldier, we'll go get him right now. And in the meantime, we'll listen to some tapes on the way. Even though, like, we're gonna land right where the area that he is, but still, we'll listen to some tapes. We'll pick the motherfucker up. We'll go back to pause and talk to her. I mean, the more we can do on these little side story things, the better. Because then, at some point, I will have no more story things to pop up accidentally, and I can force them whenever I want. and therefore I could do side ops again whenever I want. Shit, actually, if I don't do this yellow mission right now, I might be able to do as many side ops as I want. In fact, if I don't do this yellow mission, one where I'm supposed to go extract the AI pod, let me know if I can do any side ops I want in the meantime, because if no other cutscenes will pop up while I'm doing other side ops, maybe I'll clear the side ops list before the next episode. Well, I shouldn't say that. Until we start doing alternating episodes of this, I'm probably not going to do much getting ahead on the side ops. In fact, I should say tomorrow is the last day of the month, so I mean, the alternating episodes are coming up fairly soon, as in like a Hyundai away. Hyundai away, Hyundai away, Hyundai away with me. Is that him? I found him. That was hard. It was hard to spot. It's funny that we saw him from the fucking chopper, but here we go. Anyway, I'm still going to put on a cassette tape, because all that's going to happen is Miller's going to chime in and say, oh, there's a dude there. He used to be in the mother base, or yeah, he used to be at mother base, so go get him. Bring him home, boss. That's pretty much all he says. The man on fire? Oh. Well, no, we already listened to all that one. I know the second one still has a dot on it. That's because it got cut off during that one mission and I fucked it all up. Actually, I wouldn't mind listening to this one right now.
You mentioned that the man
We aren't gonna have a
on fire
ton
was
of time
crushed under
anyways.
the Philanthropus in its hangar.
Yeah. He was caught under the wheels of its transport platform.
But his body wasn't found.
What?
We searched the area the moment we arrived, but there was no trace of him.
I wasn't hallucinating.
I know. I trust you on that. That means someone must have taken the body. But when I got there, everything was still as it was. Even Skullface hadn't been touched. I can't see a reason to sneak into a place like that and drag out the biggest, heaviest guy there.
What are you getting at?
Only option left is...
That's the target.
...and walked away.
I remember him. He was off base during the attack 9 years ago.
You're saying that?
Bring him home, boss.
Maybe not. He shrugs off bullets, even rocket strikes. There's no reason to think that would finish him. It seems ridiculous, but...
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
If you dig up anything concrete, I want to know.
You'll be the first, if I dig anything up.
Huh, okay.
But I hope to hell I don't.
No kidding.
They were talking about how the guy's buried in there, and maybe we should try to get him out and see if he's still alive. That's what it sounded like they were talking about, at least. That'd be kind of cool. Recruit the fire guy on our team. Still not sure who the fire guy actually is. Can't help but wonder if he's actually an important storyline character for the future, and he's just all burning in this fucking game specifically. Anyways, am I okay? Where am I on the map? I was gonna say, is there any side ops near me, or should I just go back to Mother Base and talk to Paz right now? No, Afghanistan region. Sorry. This is. Where am I? I'm not entirely sure where I am. Either way, I don't think any of these are near where I am at the moment. No, I don't think they are. Okay, well in that case, let's just call the helicopter in. Call it in. And on my way walking up there, listen to another tape real quick. Because we probably have time for one more short one before the helicopter gets here. Let's listen to... I don't know, Philanthropist.
About this OKB-0 Emmerich was talking about. Its location and features match the citadel in the mountains northeast of the Soviet base camp. Built during the time of Alexander the Great, it was left in ruins following one of Genghis Khan's campaigns. Its occupants changed time and again due to war, and it was expanded on more than one occasion. Ultimately, it fell into the hands of the Soviet philosophers. The Soviet army was using it as the headquarters of its Afghan invasion force. But it would seem that Skullface's connection with the philosophers gave him license to develop Sahelanthropus there. And that's what Emmerich was doing at the place, before he got the axe. But OKB is a designation the Soviets use for weapon design bureaus. There's no way they'd have one of those in Afghanistan. And in principle, the numbers that follow OKB are always integers above 1. There is no 0. Perhaps this was a secret facility of the Soviet and Chinese philosophers dating back prior to World War II. Though it's more likely Skullface just picked a fake name that more or less fit the Soviets' pattern. He doesn't go there often, but he sure as hell won't miss this. They use the heliport on top of the tower for his visits. Start by heading for the heliport. Then wait for your chance to make contact with Skullface.
Okay, so these were things I should have listened to during and or before the damn Sahelanthropus mission where I was sneaking in to talk to Skullface.
The U.S. military is planning on using it for its main battle tanks, too. Maybe that's where Emmerich got the technology.
Uranium. They're using nuclear fuel for armor now.
No. What they use for nuclear fuel is uranium-235, which is extracted from natural uranium. Depleted uranium is a byproduct of that process. Sort of like the leftovers, I guess. The garbage. Uranium-235 makes up 0.72% of natural uranium, whereas depleted uranium contains only 0.2%.
What are the benefits of using it for armor?
It's a pretty short list. Uranium's a heavy metal, like lead, meaning it can hold a greater amount of kinetic energy. But it also boasts a hardness closer to tungsten. That makes it an ideal material to use for, say, armor-piercing ammunition penetrators. But it's not the best choice for armor. Its volume is less than that of ceramics, but for an equal weight, you could end up with less protection.
So why use it then?
According to Emmerich, it came down to him being unable to source ceramics technology from a manufacturer. Plus, given that it's an upright walking vehicle, he wanted to reduce the bulk of certain areas. Despite all that, depleted uranium still makes for some tough armor. And Emmerich says it's been proven in live fire tests. It stops most Soviet tank shells.
Alrighty then. Okay. Totally important things to listen to, I know. Not really. I mean, like I said, I feel like I should listen to them all. No matter what the importance level of them is. Just interesting details to further the lore of the world that we're in, that we're playing with, that we're playing inside of. Who doesn't want more details? I want all the details. Tell me all the details. Anyways, we're heading back to Mother Base now because we gotta go talk to Paz one more time.
Arrived at Mother Base.
I guess we don't really have to. I guess I could just save it and kick it off next episode by talking to her. I don't know. Should I? Let's see if there's another legendary soldier or whatever, a former soldier to go extract, because if there is, maybe I'll go do that real quick. I'm trying to think if there's any other side ops that might be worth my time doing on screen, at least while I work on cassette tapes. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's see if another one of those extract Mother Base soldiers popped up anywhere. Doesn't look like a new one popped up yet. I kind of want to get these ones though. You know what? Let's go get the legendary Jackal. Screw it. We'll talk to Paz next episode. Because until another Mother Base extraction mission pops up, it's no big deal. And yes, if we're going on a hunting animal mission, we're bringing the dog. The legendary Ibis. The legendary Ibis. 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 Is it Ibis or Ibis? Probably Ibis. I like Ibis better. Doesn't really matter. Why the f do I care about semantics? Do you think I care about semantics? His name's Ocelot. Yeah, you heard me. An Otakan. Otakan and Ocelot. Your favorite pronunciations of those ever. Anyway, can we get a cassette tape rolling here? Can I pause it while I'm in here, or do I have to wait? Does it let me pause it while I'm in here, or no? I have to be outside the copter. Or at least wait till I'm hanging out the edge of the copter, maybe? Looks like it's still loading. It's still loading. Alright, let's go ahead and start a cassette tape up now. Oh, what do we got for this one? Wow, we have a lot to listen to still, man. Alright, let's continue the vocal cord thing.
We've inoculated the staff with Wolbachia to keep them from becoming symptomatic.
That should also contain the infection.
How did this happen in the first place? It has to have been a Cypher spy within our ranks.
If this is so, then why the Kakango strain? If their intent was to wipe you out.
I'm gonna find this
Skullface said
Ibis.
the remaining English parasite was close to the boss.
Alright, we're in
If this
range.
latest strain was his doing, he wouldn't have tipped his hand.
It is possible
Dog, I rely on you to find the damn thing, okay?
the base without knowing. Stuck to their shoes, clothing.
Well, that makes the most sense to me. And where did the eggs come from?
You mentioned that your boss visited Nzoya Badiopulu.
Sure, but his gear's disinfected immediately upon return.
Then he was not the carrier.
And not just the boss. All staff dispatched to high-risk regions were quarantined on the flight back. When the symptoms first appeared, we checked and disinfected all equipment used up to that point. Any and all prisoners, soldiers, materials, and animals extracted during missions were also quarantined.
So, that just leaves.
I have seen children around here. Where are they from?
All over. Some were being held hostage at a mine. Then there were the troublemakers at Bwala Yamasa.
Bwala Yamasa?
Yeah.
Their clothes, their things. Did you burn them?
They're just kids. We couldn't. And besides, not one of them's shown symptoms.
The parasites don't infect.
That's the target.
Their vocal cords are not fully developed.
Motherfucker's surrounded by friends. Means we gotta fuck them up.
It is possible they carried eggs on their clothes, and the infection spread from them.
Check the kid's stuff.
I doubt there is any trace left by now.
But if there is, some of those kids must be close to hitting puberty. How could we have missed this?
The name Bwala Yamasa
I think some long ass tapes, 2 and 3 minutes and shit. Come on, man.
The Kikongo strain was released in that village.
Cypher used that region to experiment with vocal cord parasite transmission. The Kikongo strain. The settlements around the refinery upstream of Bwala Yamasa were the proving grounds.
Well, that was easy.
They will infect one
All I did was
villager
knock them all out with the goddamn
with
Trent
cord
gun.
transmission
Easy. Too easy.
work. If they failed to contain the infection, it would slip into the surrounding regions.
At which point the world found out about the parasites, making them useless as a weapon. Incredible they'd risk such a thing.
The test site was densely populated too. A terrible place for such experiments.
Mission complete.
No doubt.
Yeah, yeah. That was actually super easy. Oh, that was the Jackal, not the EVs. Sorry. Duh.
The settlements were covered in oil anyway.
I should have known that.
Who would wonder if one day they caught
Anyway, I'm gonna go
fire
ahead and go over here and take care of this camp while we listen to the rest of this tape. Or these
and burned
tapes.
it all,
The map
living,
updated.
Just give me something to do for a minute. Oh, there's some prisoners? Oh no, those are just guys sleeping.
but they miscalculated. Transmission speed was far faster than anticipated. It may have been the temperature, or hygiene standards, or perhaps the parasites reacted quickly to Kikongo. Whatever the reason, nearly all villages were swiftly infected, and the settlements reduced to mounds of corpses.
Analysis complete.
Making matters worse, the dry season was ending. When it came time to burn the village, the Muneni River had swelled. Many of the bodies were waterlogged.
Meaning they didn't burn completely.
The corpses still contained viable eggs, and the larvae washed downstream. And when the people downstream drank that water,
That
You gonna extract him?
Bwala Yamasa.
I learned all of this at the mansion. I warned him of the risk of eggs getting out.
And
We are prepared for any eventuality.
I get it. Putting the oil field back online. The oil leaks, saner. They plan to pollute the river. Prevent the spread of infection.
but the oil flow was stopped, and downstream the people of Masa village started using the water again.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Spoke Kikongo. They were infected, and the kids survived.
I've heard enough.
And who stopped the flow of oil?
Don't.
We did.
That confirms it. The source of the Kikongo strain infection was Masa village. And the children brought it here. It is no one's fault. There is no blame to be cast.
The parasites, they were tested in other regions?
Their physiology requires under varied conditions. Another test site was in Afghanistan.
So it was the parasites there.
Both the Pashto and Tajik languages are spoken in the mountains of Afghanistan, and population density is low. Ideal testing grounds for how accurate
You gotta extract him.
target only the specified language. It is also relatively easy to prevent the spread of infection.
And the results?
The first test, I am told,
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
the Pashto Mujahideen were infected with the Pashto strain. They were all but wiped out.
The Hamid fighters at Swansea Fort.
It was doubly successful. No Tajik Mujahideen or Soviet soldiers became symptomatic.
So the parasites
Roger.
were effective. What about the second test?
Also supposedly a success. A Pashtun village was the target. However, the original aim was to obtain samples of the infected. In this, they failed.
And the village?
The Soviets enacted a standard scorched earth operation.
That must have been the village where Malak lived, before being held captive at La Marjate Palace.
Extraction.
Having had more
advanced
time to
technical
think on it, the details shared with me may have been false. They are madmen who would do anything to cover up the truth.
They certainly seem to like tossing their problems in the fire.
As a boy, Skullface's life went up in flames.
Support helicopter
Perhaps
has arrived.
that is what fuels his fixation with fire.
One more tape? Oh my god, a 4-minute tape? Jesus. Alright, let's get this fucking tape over with. That way we can just end the episode here.
I know they're only bugs, but
It is not such a rare thing in the natural world. Many insects and nematodes are infected with Wolbachia.
but why?
They nest in the cell cytoplasm of the host, even in the egg cells, with the result that the offspring are born infected.
Mother-to-child transmission.
However, Wolbachia cannot nest in sperm because they do not have cytoplasm. So even a successful infection of a male ends after a single generation.
Analysis
This
complete.
means the Wolbachia must resort to maximizing the population of infected females.
Detected. Nomadic
Sounds like an ethnic cleansing campaign on a tiny scale.
Gender change from male to female is their survival tactic.
So more females means more Wolbachia carriers, so it can keep thriving in the following generations.
But the parasites in a human host are supposed to be a mating pair. If there's no male, there'll be no offspring at all. It's killing itself.
Slow down. This tactic is intended for environments where a single male can copulate with multiple females. Originally, the Wolbachia did not infect the vocal cord parasites. I created a mutated strain. Find the Wolbachia so that it could infect monogamous pairs. The Wolbachia's greatest multiplying tactic, the male-to-female change, worked against itself in the monogamous parasites. Just as you said. Then I performed repeated selection of Wolbachia strains until I achieved 100% certainty of male-to-female conversion.
Creating female-female pairs, unable to reproduce.
And you say the Wolbachia affects the host of the host, that is, us, means to reproduce?
Captured.
It is almost certain. Of course, we will not turn female. After all, mammals possess no natural gender-changing function. But some
He's coming too. Roger that.
plasmic incompatibility in the host.
Support
Is that
helicopter
some
has
cell
arrived.
deformity?
Put simply, it means the altered sperm of infected males kill the female's egg on contact.
And that's happened to us?
Yes. And yet, what occurs in humans is not just simple CI. To date, there are no cases of Wolbachia affecting humans. The fact that this strain causes this effect, is it the vocal cord parasite's affinity with humans? I do not know enough to say for sure.
So the parasite warps the host. Reminds me what Skullface said.
It is the way of all organisms to create their own optimal environment. Just look at you and this base. Organisms that cannot do this are doomed to extinction. The difference with parasites is that they're in
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
that creates a connection between life and life. Parasitism, symbiosis, or death. In this way, the host too is challenged to adapt.
You gonna extract him?
Well, alrighty then. That was a long one, man. I had to listen to the whole thing though. Had to get it out of the way. It's either now or later. I mean, why not knock it out now? The more that we get done now, the less we have to listen to later. Anyway, we learned a lot more about how the infection spread, how that damn parasite works, and all sorts of interesting details if you really care for that sort of thing. It was okay. Not the particular kind of thing I'm going to remember a lot about, but at the very least it's there. You can go back to it. Somebody can, anybody can. You know I listen to it. Therefore, if you have comments on it, you can comment on it. Therefore, because now I've listened to it. Not like anybody really wanted to have a nice deep conversation about the disease that was spreading in this game, other than the fact that it's all fucked up and shit. Crazy ass parasites and shit. Anyways, let's get on the helicopter, get the fuck out of here, and call this episode a wrap, assuming that no cutscenes or anything pop up. I'm not going to go all the way back to Mother Base. I'm just going to go back into the helicopters, back into the sky, and call it a wrap for the day. Sounds like a blizzand for the dizzy, for shizzy, my nizzy, for brizzy. Alright. Enough of my redonkulousness.
Let's just get back out of here and end the episode already.
So says the Funk Jeep. Alright. I'll see you guys next time. And I might do some side ops with a little reluctance just in case that I'd run into a cutscene. But I think if I leave that yellow one undone, I can safely do at least some of the side ops. If not, I will keep the footage rolling just in case. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace!